Hello my friend. Welcome back to Quotes Throughout Time. In today's video, I will share wise quotes from John Locke, who was an English philosopher and physician. He was widely regarded as one of the most influential of Enlightenment thinkers and commonly known as the father of Liberalism. His aphorisms are truly remarkable. Be sure to like and subscribe for more quotes throughout time. Let's begin. The most precious of all possessions is power over ourselves. What worries you, masters you? All men by nature are equal in that equal right that every man hath to his natural freedom, without being subjected to the will or authority of any other man, being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty or possessions. I have no reason to suppose that he, who would take away my liberty, would not, when he had me in his power, take away everything else. Who lies for you will lie against you. The most precious of all possessions is power over ourselves. Wherever law ends, tyranny begins. Don't let the things you don't have prevent you from using what you do have. Our incomes are like our shoes, if too small, they gall and pinch us, but if too large, they cause us to stumble and to trip. Liberty is to be free from restraint and violence from others. The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. For in all the states of created beings capable of law, where there is no law, there is no freedom. With books we stand on the shoulders of giants. The people cannot delegate to the government the power to do anything which would be unlawful for them to do themselves. The discipline of desire is the background of character. Government has no other end, but the preservation of property. Who are we to tell anyone what they can or can't do? Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. Freedom of men under government is to have a standing rule to live by, common to every one of that society and made by the legislative power vested in it, and not to be subject to the inconstant, uncertain, arbitrary will of another man. Firmness or stiffness of the mind is not from adherence to truth, but submission to prejudice. Every man has a property in his own person. This nobody has a right to, but himself. To love truth for truth's sake is the principal part of human perfection in this world, and the seed plot of all other virtues. Individuals have a right to defend themselves and recover by force what by unlawful force is taken from them. Revolt is the right of the people. There is frequently more to be learned from the unexpected questions of a child than the discourses of men. Reading furnishes the mind only with materials of knowledge, it is thinking that makes what we read ours. Parents wonder why the streams are bitter, when they themselves have poisoned the fountain. All mankind. Being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty or possessions. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. New opinions are always suspected, and usually opposed, without any other reason but because they are not already common. If anyone shall claim a power to lay and levy taxes on the people by his own authority and without such consent of the people, he thereby invades the fundamental law of property, and subverts the end of government. How long have you been holding those words in your head, hoping to use them? It is one thing to persuade, another to command, one thing to press with arguments, another with penalties. It is one thing to show a man that he is in an error, and another to put him in possession of the truth. I have always thought the actions of men are the best interpreters of their thoughts. Truth, like gold, is not less so for being newly brought out of the mine. But there is only one thing which gathers people into seditious commotion, and that is oppression. Success in fighting means not coming at your opponent the way he wants to fight you. Nothing is in the intellect that was not first in the senses. The improvement of the understanding is for two ends: first, for our own increase of knowledge; secondly, to enable us to deliver and make out that knowledge to others. And that concludes this video. If you enjoyed our content, please comment below with your favorite John Locke quote. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more quotes throughout time. Remember, there is power in the spoken word which will create your reality. Choose your words wisely. Have a great day.